Guion Bluford's vision was to set a standard and do the best job possible so that other people would be comfortable with African Americans flying in space, and African Americans would be proud of being participants in the space program and encourage others to do the same. Guion Stewart Bluford Jr. is an American aerospace engineer, a retired U.S. Air Force officer and fighter pilot, and a former National Aeronautics and Space Administration NASA astronaut. Bluford made history on the 30th of August 1983 when he became the first African American to travel into space. He embarked on the history-making flight to space, which launched into a low Earth orbit. He was a crew member of the Orbit Challenger on the mission STS-8. The Challenger spent 6 days in space. Subsequent to that, he flew aboard 3 additional shuttle missions, logging a total of 688 hours in space. Before becoming an astronaut, he was an officer in the U.S. Air Force, where he remained while assigned to NASA, and he rose to the rank of colonel. By the way, he participated in 4 space shuttle flights between 1983 and 1992. Bluford told people that he didn't join NASA just to become the first African American to fly into orbit, but of course, that was part of his ambition. Although it was a personal and social milestone, he had a dream to become the best aerospace engineer he could be. His Air Force career earned him many hours of flight time, and his time at NASA took him to space 4 times, working with advanced systems on each trip. He eventually retired from NASA in 1993. Guion Bluford was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on the 22nd of November 1942. His mother, Lolita, was a special education teacher, and his father, Guion Sr., was a mechanical engineer. He graduated from Overbrook High School in 1960. He received a BSc in Aerospace Engineering from Pennsylvania State University in 1964, an MSc in Aerospace Engineering, and a doctorate in Aerospace Engineering from the U.S. Air Force Institute of Technology in 1974 and 1978 respectively, and an MBA from the University of Houston in 1987. What is more, he attended the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. His hobbies include reading, swimming, jogging, racquetballing, handballing, scuba diving, and golfing. He married Linda Toll in 1964, and they have 2 sons. Bluford attended pilot training at Williams Air Force Base and received his pilot wings in January 1966. Then he went to F-4 combat crew training in Arizona and Florida and was assigned to the 557th Flying Training Squadron. In 1967, he was assigned to the Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas, as an instructor pilot. He served as a standardization officer and as an assistant flight commander. In 1971, he attended Squadron Officer School and returned as an executive support officer to the Deputy Commander of Operations, as well as his school secretary for the wing. In 1972, Bluford enters the U.S. Air Force Institute of Technology Residency School at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. Upon graduation, he was assigned to the Air Force Flight Dynamics Laboratory as a staff development engineer. He served as a deputy for advanced concepts for the Aeromechanics Division and as branch chief of the Aerodynamics and Airframe branch of the laboratory. He has written and presented several scientific papers in the area of computational fluid dynamics. On top of that, he he has an FAA commercial pilot license. He was selected to become a NASA astronaut in 1978. Besides, he was one of several astronauts recruited as part of a NASA effort to increase the number of minority and female astronauts. They trained for a year and were officially designated as astronauts in 1978. His technical assignments entailed working with space station operations, the remote manipulator system, space lab systems and experiments, space shuttle systems, payload safety issues, and whatnot. His first mission was STS-8, which launched from Kennedy Space Center, Florida in 1983. This was the third flight for the Orbiter Challenger and the first mission with a night launch and night landing. His last mission was STS-53 and it launched from Kennedy Space Center in 1992. Some of Guion Bluford's awards and honors include Vietnam Cross of Gallantry with Palm, Vietnam Campaign Medal, Defense Superior Service Medal, NASA Space Flight Medals, NASA Distinguished Service Medal, NASA Exceptional Service Medal, International Space Hall of Fame inductee, U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame inductee, National Aviation Hall of Fame inductee, Air Force Institute of Technology Distinguished Alumni Award, the University of Houston Clear Lake Distinguished Alumni Award, the Pennsylvania Society Gold Medal, and the Ohio Distinguished Service Medal. Additionally, he received honorary doctoral degrees from Texas Southern University, Virginia State University, Morgan State University, Stevens Institute of Technology, Kent State University, Central State University, University of the Sciences, etc. Over the years of his career, Guion Bluford logged more than 650 hours in space and over 5,200 hours in jet aircraft. What is more, he inspired an immeasurable number of people.